Hi, today I'm going to talk to you about rubber duck debugging. If you're new to code, like I was, you're going to hit bugs. Even if you're not new to code, you're going to hit bugs. It's just a fact. And learning productive ways to
find your bugs, deal with your bugs, not get frustrated with your bugs, work through your bugs is so important.
So today I'm going to talk about rubber duck debugging, which is the first trick that I learned about how to help you debug when you're programming. So as you can see, I have my good friend here, and he's not what I use when I code. I'll tell you about it in a sec, but he is pretty cool. He's gonna go in the pool with me sometime. Anyway, rubber duck debugging. So what it is it's a method to help you work through your problems on your own. So we're in the middle of the great panorama of 2020, 2021, hopefully not 2022. And in this time, we've all gone home. If you don't have to go into an office, you're not going. So even if you did work in tech beforehand, you may not have really encountered this sort of problem of being alone, staring at your screen with no easy access to another human who could help you work through it, or even just understand what you're talking about. I learned very quickly in the first 3 months of this panini that I am great on my own. I was alone in the woods for 3.5 months. It was bliss, but it was less. Being alone was, less good when I started this boot camp. Where did rubber duck debugging come from? So the name rubber duck debugging comes from a short story from The Pragmatic Programmer, written by Andrew Hunt and David Thomas way back in 1999, before the end of the world. In this tale, a developer would debug their code by explaining their problems to a rubber duck that they carried around. As it goes, this programmer developer, hard at work, got stuck, went to their coworker and was like, hey, man, this is my problem, blah, 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 talked it out. And then, like, in the middle of talking about it, was like, holy crap, I know what I'm doing. And would run back to his desk, boop, 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 run it, bam, bang, bang, boom, bam. Code works. It was great. Did it again the next day, hit a bug, stared at it for 30 minutes, did some Googling, tried to get through it, couldn't figure out what was getting him stuck, went back to the same coworker and was like, hey man, I'm stuck. Can I just talk to you about this? Started explaining the code, and then boom, eureka. Back to his desk, boom, tippity type, tap, 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 tap. And bam, problem solved. This kept happening. It happens again. They're stuck. They go. They boom. They solve their problem. They talk through it. He never really quite realized that it wasn't a conversation. He wasn't like, his coworker wasn't giving him these like solutions. The coworker was more of just a sounding board. So another day, same thing. His problem, not sure what to do about it. Just was like, oh God, coworker, help me. This is the problem. Coworker goes, hey, man, I love you. You're a cool guy, but I have stuff to do, and I can't right now. So here you go. I got this for you. Go tell him your problems. And the engineer was like, excuse me? But I need your help. And the guy's like, you really don't. You absolutely do not need my help. What you need to do is go tell this duck what your problems are. Sit down, look him in his
little black deep eyes and say,
hey, if I need to determine if a string is a palindrome, how would I do that? And then just by talking to the duck, putting his problems out loud, out into the world, he was able to work through the issue. This was my first rubber duck. Um, this is a beanie baby. Rubber duck debugging has existed throughout the ages in one form or another. It has been proven to be a good practice for millennia. From the Socratic method to the eureka effect or the aha moment. Among other things, one thing they all have in common is using spoken language, either through mono or dialogue, to examine and refine our processes. Some see the Socratic method as a means to seek an answer to a problem or knowledge, while others see it as a means to demonstrate one's ignorance. However you see it, it is a method of discourse that has been used millennia to come to a resolution. Many scientific discoveries lay claim to an aha moment. Einstein's development of his special theory of relativity came to him like a flash while talking about his problem with a friend. Einstein's development of his special theory of relativity came to him like a flash while talking about his problem with a friend. He's known to say, quoted to say, I started the conversation with him in the following way. Recently, I have been working on a difficult problem. Today, I come here to battle against that problem with you. We discussed every aspect of this problem. Then suddenly I understood where the key to this problem lay. Next day, I came back to him again and said to him, without even saying hello, thank you. I've completely solved the problem. Rubber ducking may not help us solve the theory of relativity, but it absolutely can help us discover that the error pointing to an undefined method in your console is actually pointing you to the fact that you accidentally tried to create your class with def instead of class. It's just good practice. By stopping and explaining what's happening to a captive audience, you'll likely have a better eye for detail. When our brains are running a mile a minute trying to push out deliverables, it's so easy to both make mistakes and miss them when we start testing. We think faster than we talk. So when we slow down to explain to someone or something who doesn't know anything about what we're talking about, we tune into precision in language that we wouldn't otherwise. So give it a shot.
Have your mom send you one of the Beanie Babies that's been in your closet since the 90s because we all thought they'd be worth something. Maybe that's how I'll start selling them on eBay. For programmers to talk to. So, our brains move a mile a minute. We think faster than we talk. As you can tell by the fact that I am stumbling over my words.
This is my friend. He helps me solve problems. Get yourself someone who helps you solve problems. Who looks at you with those deep black eyes and tells you, it's cool. I don't know how JavaScript works either.